this is what I'm talking about. I love all the space out here at the training center. And here's a mock-up where the students can learn. I mean, so you have classroom setting, and this is a great example of one of your hands-on labs.
Great example for hands-on labs. So a lot of the stuff that they're learning in the code book, if they don't have a visual, a lot of times it's hard for them to comprehend what they're putting together or what mistakes they're making. So here we have cages where they can actually put together some of the vent systems that they don't understand so that they see them. And as you see, a lot of this stuff has already been torn out, so it's not like we put a code compliant system there and just leave it for class after class to view. They're actually coming out here, they're actually putting fittings and pipe together, making sure it's pitched properly, and then when they're done, it's removed for the next class to have the same opportunity.
I gotta believe this is one of the favorite aspects for any apprentice here, because being able to work hands-on, make those mistakes like you said, and be corrected, you're gonna remember it when you're out in the field.
Right. We actually encourage the people to pipe it and have these mistakes so that we can talk about what they did so that they have that understanding, so that's not mimicked in the field where it might be costly to the contractor.
Sure. Another great example of a lab here. And you know, you keep mentioning the Wisconsin Plumbing Code Book. I mean, is that really, at the end of 5 years, that's what the test is on to learn? I mean, that's got to be an intense test, because here's the plumbing code book, and look at all this stuff here. I mean, that's a lot.
It's not just so much the content, it's how to read it. The code book is divided up into a number of different sections, right? So we're going to have sections just on definitions. We're going to have sections on sanitary drains, vents. A lot of it is minimums and maximums that we want them to learn and understand. How to size piping based off of load value on a fixture versus a branch versus an entire drain itself.
Do most of the apprentices, when they show up day one, are they intimidated by this? Because I certainly am after looking at it.
Well, we don't go through it as a whole. It's broken up into the 20 lessons that they have during day school. So breaking it up into 5 lessons each semester is more of a handle, and then they don't just stop there. The next semester we learn the next 5 lessons, plus we review. So they're constantly going through it. By the time they get done with their apprenticeship, they've already gone through that multiple times. It just becomes more second nature, right?
And so am I hearing you correctly that you want to make them comfortable with it, not necessarily memorize it, but know where to find everything that they need to?
Know where to find it. That's the key thing. If they have a question on venting systems, I don't want them to spend minutes paging through the drain portion. Like, know where those sections are. It's more efficient for them when they're taking their journeyman's test. It is a timed test, so they don't have the whole time period to just flip through the code book. They should have some general knowledge and understanding of the code.
And in the big scope of things, that relates well to the real world, because if you're out on site, you might not know everything. I mean, nobody does,
right.
But you want to know where to find it as expeditiously as possible so that you can stay on time and on budget.
Right, and that's what it's all about. Efficiency, well-versed. We're looking at tables so that we know how to size the loads that are on individual drains or stacks themselves. So it starts off with the basics, and then it just compiles semester after semester. So,
and know the why.
Know the why. Why are we doing what we're doing? Why do we have a license? Our end goal is to protect the health of the nation, and we have to know the why behind that.